Welcome back to Indian Trace. I'm going to get to this piece of pottery here that I found today. Last, an individual asked me if I'd ever found a piece of pottery with fingerprints, which the answer was no. But today I found this piece, and I'm pretty proof positive that these marks, and I have never found a piece quite like this as pottery, were made by fingernail. One fingernail, the fingernail of the person who designed this pottery. So we'll check that out in a second. Again, appreciate you tuning in. This video is in celebration of these 7 points that I have that are strawberry quartz. They have accents of pink in them, and I hope the natural light does justice to them. They're the only ones I have that have this strong pink tone. I have a couple really big points that do have some pink, but these are my only main stake of the ones that have pink in them, and you can see it right there. So I'll go around these and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about this, which is really incredible piece of pottery, if indeed these are fingernails. And I tested it using my own fingernail to see how they would have done that, and it would have been very easy. And even though it might have been 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, people from the very beginning were specific, just like you and me. They were creative, they were specific, they were craftsmen, they wanted things aesthetic, balanced, usable. It's pretty awesome stuff. Look at the size and strength of this piece. Found, I think, at Highlands. But it could be, it is Highlands. It's a great piece. Now, don't get me wrong, being out in the field and capturing some footage of live finds out there, I've tried, but it's a slow season right now. We've had a lot of moisture, but fields are under sort of winter crop lock type of stuff. Good stuff out here, though. Look at this pink. I found this at Deer Passage. Now, it's not really as basic as you think. This point was very unique when I found it. Not often do I find points like this. I mean, they're all translucent. I don't know if there any justice in getting the light to shine through these. But there you go. They're all pink as can be. It's not my hand making them pink. Without my hand, if I could just show you. So that's sort of a given around here if you find quartz, that it'll be translucent. Good stuff. Then a little bit of accents of pink on the tail of this. Through the very core, it goes all the way through. Hope everybody's doing well out there, and if you're like me, you're sort of just waiting. It takes a lot of patience if you're going to continue to find the ancient artifacts of the North American Indian. Nice piece right here from Quiet Sands. Interesting thing about this piece, and if I can get it in there, hopefully it'll come in. This bevel on the back end of it was absolutely ground in it. They just put it on something and just ground it flat so that they could haft it in better. I don't know if I'm going to get it in the light or in the focus. Find the right angle to show you. And I found that on quite a few points. You see that triangle? Absolute the way they did it on many points is just grinding it to produce what they needed to for an angle to haft. Now this point is pretty much orange. It's hard to get you can see the faint orange tones in it to yellow. Hopefully it'll show up, but against this really pink type and a pink below it with bands. This all goes in the same category, this stuff, a banded piece of quartz here from Stone Mountain. So they're fairly rare, so this is all I got. I mean, look at these things. If you had a light box to illustrate them in. It's crazy, right? I think we have good light here this afternoon. And those are sort of pink bands through it. That's a good show of it. And then this one, which is one of my favorites from Whitestone, Site 4. Some people I know across the country are still in snow. Unbelievable. Look at this thing. In the sun lighting up. That just is a great point to me. All right, just about finished on a nice little video here just to show you this stuff that has pink accents. Not a whole lot to talk about. I don't want to mention any of the political stuff. I'm always studying, always seeking it out. But the thing that made me want to throw this up was the question out there if I've ever found a piece of pottery with fingerprint in it. Well, I don't know if this would qualify. You can see how they've tempered it through here. 2 different tones of pottery. But I'm going to promise you that's probably that's probably fingernails that did this. And it would have been very simple just to have a little bit, I keep my nails short, but just a little bit, as many of you can see it. Just very simple. Just putting your fingernail in and doing that would have done this pattern really easily and quickly once they got good at it. This is not a rim, so I don't know what part of the vessel they did it to. But that's an excellent illustration of it. Really interesting just to think that human being probably wanted to make it look decent and just fun. I did that approximately 2,000 years ago. Probably a woodland piece of pottery. Just craziness. So from Indian Trace to everybody out there, I'll finish it up with the bases. Hope you find out there.